was about to come back to this side of Starfield. Where's Sam? Distribution center. Craftsman. The weather station's still gonna be kind of hard to get to because of the BTs. But it's probably worth it to get more crystals. You can tell this game was made like by people who aren't American. Like there's no way this is an American game. Oh, this is a long range bike too. I've already killed many of these BTs. Well, actually, I didn't kill any of them. Because I came here carrying that hourglass. I also get to try out this new weapon. Anti-BT weapon. I thought he was coming towards me. This is better than the bombs or the grenades. I'm wondering if it's one shot that kills them. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it does take a couple of shots. Maybe 5 shots. Like 5 regular shots. If you're not going to charge it up. I'd probably say still to bring some grenades. Maybe for like a bigger dude, bring the gun. Like higher level BTs, shoot him with the gun. But like just someone who's small, probably is just more like viable to or just charge your shots up. I just unsubscribed to DC Unlimited or DC Universe, DC Infinite, and also I disabled my Kindle, like my Kindle Unlimited, and I got my Marvel Unlimited back. No, I cannot do this right now. There's no way. I have my speed legs. It's gonna make all the difference. I was so close to me dying. Holy shit. There was like a bunch of them. Need to really work on my gun skills. That definitely would have just been a void out. It was actually really close to being a void out. But you know, those speed legs are great when you're trying to escape the BT mini boss. You can just like run and jump over stuff. It didn't help trying to run through the ooze, trying to escape the dragging ones that drag you. That was hell. That was scary. Oh, I forgot this was like a very fragile package. Not to mention that I didn't know that if you took fall damage, you would damage your packages. That makes sense in a game like this. Okay, eventually you can reattempt your deliveries after like 6 hours. I'm sure if it's empty, it'll be refilled once I like take a break. I'll tell you one thing, streaming will definitely have you becoming a gentleman. Teach you how to be a gentleman. Or like you don't just be talking forever. You don't talk forever. You don't, you know, like I'm not supposed to be drinking much soda and burping in the mic for like 8 hours, even though it's kind of cool, but, you know, it's not that cool. I mean, I have to go back that way anyway, so it's like, I might as well take all these. And then I'll drop some off at the junk man. And then when I do get to the junk man, I'll be able to ride my vehicle. Right now I'm just kind of stuck. Excuse me. Excuse me again.
Order assigned.
You can use those little darlings to stun your enemies and give yourself some breathing. Just they do living.
I think what I would do is I'd make up some imaginary, you know, this imaginary gentleman that, of course, is learning how to be a gentleman. Do like streaming. A gentle sir. And just follow him around and see how that turns out and see how following him turns out. I think what'll probably happen is
No lifesaver, Sam.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
did I not take the other stuff to go to the junk bin?
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapon.
Yeah, I didn't take any of these other ones.
Order assigned.
It's okay, we'll just bring our floating cargo.
Vog can only be safely transported in a sealed container. And if that container breaks, you should pack some extra repairs. Vog is... and those...
Order assigned.
This time going for the BT zone should be easy because we killed some of them. Did I literally put the floating carrier on my back, bro? It's ridiculous. I literally load up. Okay, it's right here. Let's see what we can put. What else we can. So I have 2 floating carriers, I guess. Okay, that's all we can do. It should be good.
Come back anytime.
I got my speed legs.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
I keep thinking this has wheels and it's gonna like bounce and slide everywhere, but it really is just floating. Like, even though we, you know, we kill a lot of the BTs, we still need to be very aware and try to get to there as fast as possible because it's gonna be raining. So there's a battery up there, a generator, so I can just keep running. I like ran this whole way. Look, there's a battery. Oh god, we gotta get through quick. We gotta get through here quick. This is the bike I came here on?
Sam, you've got a broken container spewing fog as we speak. Patch the leak with repair spray, or get to the nearest timefall shelter ASAP. If neither is an option, then double time it to your destination. Staff there should be able to deal with it.
Wait. Why are there so many people? Not today, Megatron. Oh my god, I'm still holding on to that. No way, bro. Give me an autosave or something. There was so many more BTs than I was expecting. I guess I'm not like I snuck past them the first time, so it's like I'm just assuming that's what always happens. Like it's always like I took them out, but I snuck past them, so there's like 10, maybe more. And then I have this container with the gas, and it gets worn out. It's like might need to go like on the mountaintop or something.
Good morning, Sam. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Okay, here's my theory. I could probably run up to that battery, then run around the left side here, because I know there wasn't any rain in between this abandoned place and the place I'm trying to get to. I have to run around the left, but I need to charge my battery first.
Anybody hear me?
This is my strategy. Run along the left side. Maybe there's no BTs up here. And if there are, there shouldn't be that many. Might not be any, as long as I run around this side. Nope. I'm sure I can avoid a lot of them by walking around like how I am. I might actually be able to avoid a bunch of them by doing this. This is probably smart. Might be a golden one up here. That might be the problem. Really close.
Sam, you've got a broken container spewing bog as we speak. Patch the leak with repair spray, or get to the nearest timefall shelter ASAP. If neither is an option, then double time it to your destination. Staff there should be able to deal with it.
I'm so close. No, there's more of them. I think we're free. Yeah, we're good. It's still raining.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
I forgot the things in my back aren't getting sprayed. Oh well. We can't all be S ranks.
Hello, Sam.
Hey,
Wow.
this is.
These have special like effects where they don't or out in time or something. Oh, I did not mean to put that in there.
Come by again soon.
Thanks.
Good work. New order available.
That there's an RC stun bomb. When triggered, it emits a power. Should be in. Oh, and keep that in mind.
They want me to run through the area. I need to bring Ebola.
Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your contribution.
Dear God.
Order assigned.
I was gonna get to the distribution center. There shouldn't be any
Come by again soon.
there shouldn't really be any issues because it shouldn't rain. I'm okay with fighting people.
Safe track. Weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome to the sector. Weapons restrictions lifted.
If I shoot myself off of this, depending on which direction it goes, will I keep my thing on behind me? Or I'll lose it. Holy crap. That scared me so much. It's like something from Horizon Zero Dawn, the Techno Dinosaur. Oh, this goes the other way. Okay. Here come the humans, the mules. What is this this blue thing? Is this a bridge? Kinda need my old media. I can't walk across that ladder right now. Too many people. Looks like some of my stuff fell down below. How am I supposed to get back up? Is there like a rope going down? This guy's a climbing anchor. I guess I'll have to climb down and climb back up. like he's trying to steal my, perhaps steal my, I can't just climb down into the valley. Okay. I need to go down and get my, my thing that fell. You have to go down right here. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't die from that. I should just jump in the truck and dip. I had a feeling something like that would happen. I saw it, I'm like, oh, this is gonna snap or this is gonna explode. Yeah, we're gonna load the truck and we're gonna go and drive the rest of the way. Thank God for this truck. You can just like click all these to do it at once. I gotta drop one of these. Okay. And the reality, the best parts about this game are the ones that you pull off when you're in a pinch. Right? It's like, you can plan, okay, this is gonna be so epic, I'm gonna carry all this gear. But like, when something unexpected happens during that giant gear hole, and you somehow make it through, that's like the best part. And I think it's hard for games these days to even have an audience, or to look at someone who plays games like that, someone who's actually gonna experience unexpected, uncontrollable things. You know, like, you can easily create a tactic, but like, of course you can have a tactic in this, but when the unexpected happens, when you're forced to do things that you have no control over, and you really couldn't plan for that well, it's like, okay, the game gives you like this mission I just recently did, an hourglass you have to carry in your hand because it's so fragile. So fragile. We have to sneak through. It's like that's the best. Those are the best parts. No control, but a little bit of preparation. Okay, here's the sneaking part. Like you can't use any weapons. You just sneak through. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have all the tools you need. You can sneak. Everything you need.
Look, yes.
Okay, these are just little bridges you can throw up. Those are probably the best bridges. They're better than ladders if you're going over a gap. And bridges are just this huge expense. It takes forever. Like, you can easily just carry a ladder on your side, you know.
Mode there? I'll...
Hey, just got the evaluation results from the people at the distro center for those prototypes you dropped off. Looks like both caught their eye. The motor, for one, was impressive. They really couldn't believe it was made from scrap. It can be fitted to a modified truck and be ready to go in no time.
We unlock the
They
truck.
contracted the junk dealer straight away and got it added to the list of supplies that can be fabricated. They had good things to say about the pouch, too. Contract has already been made, and you'll find the pouch in your private room. If you want to customize your backpack, you'll need to drop by one anyway. Anyway, I hope you appreciate what those two did for you, and give this new gear.
Then we get a backpack that blocks us from the time flow. I think I've seen people hold it or using some type of like cover over it. You know what I'm saying? Sticky gun. Sticky guns. Sewing kit. Engineer. Tons of stuff I could be delivering. I have this truck. Let's see. Truck.
You can now... They require... You...
Cool.
Your work is greatly
We finally got the truck. Someone in the shower? I'm scared. Oh, hell no. What was that? What? What? Is that like a... Like, it's like a foreshadowing? Or you have to like deal with some type of human?
Sam, don't know if you're aware, but you can customize your pack in your private room. Why not give it a try?
Grenade pouch. This is pretty cool. Extra battery. Oh, this is the thing where I was getting a cover for my backpack.
The sticky gun is a weapon that launches an adhesive projectile. Gun and projectile are connected by a wire which can be engaged to pull in targets. It's strong, too. Could support up to several dozen kilos. You can use it to secure cargo at a distance, right out from under a mule's nose, maybe. You're a clever guy. I'm sure you can think up. Just comes down to...
And just so you know, you can use the firing range. It might be prudent to head there and familiar.
A sticky gun.
Order assigned.
Just when I think this game is running out of tricks and cool things to throw at me, they throw some more.
Order assigned.
The truck has a roof on it. Cover over the cargo, so that's good for time falls. You don't have to worry about anything like that affecting you.
Have a pleasant journey.
And it has crazy amounts of battery.
Good morning, Sam.
So yeah, this is a good idea. The truck's way better. I thought they were just gonna give us a truck. We were basically the trucks that we'd always have out in the world, but just made it official. This actually truck's upgraded, bigger battery, covered cargo, so like you aren't just getting wiped out by the time full, and you really can't ask for much more than that. It sounds smoother. I can't tell. It's probably the same speed as the other trucks. But I literally thought the truck was going to be open, back, open like pickup truck type deal. Open truck bed, and it just isn't. It's completely insulated, isolated.
Keep on keeping on. Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear.
don't know if my truck can actually hold all this stuff. A lot of this other stuff's really light.
Order assigned.
I don't know if this truck is going to be able to boost up the wall like the bike was able to. Can I launch my vehicle with this? I've never seen anyone use it on a vehicle. I don't think so. Maybe. Nope. We made it. Is it gonna roll back? 'Cause it's so heavy. Nope. Now we can just jet up here in the truck.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked.
Thanks for driving. Let's. Wow. Excellent. Until.
Good work. New order available.
But like I said, I got rid of my DC. I think I just stopped talking all of a sudden about it. My DC and my Kindle to get Marvel. I used to always read Marvel. That was like the first one I paid for. I read lots of Marvel. and like I read DC and it's like, I really only like Batman. Like everything else is good, but like as far as remembering and like what I would even talk about, like, well, I'm gonna talk about Batman. You're like, I'm gonna bring it out into the world. Like, okay, Batman this, Batman that. So it's like I don't really want to read more. I read so much Batman. Like I probably read, I wouldn't say 1,000 issues, but I'd probably say closer to 1,000 than 0. You know, somewhere in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere a little bit over 500. Definitely, I've read a lot of Batman comics, and it was like I really like all of Marvel. Like anything in Marvel, I could get with. Like I would never read the New Mutants, which are like the kids that Charles Xavier starts after the X-Men. We're like the New Mutants. You know, these kids he starts trying to get together. And they're way more traumatized. You know what I'm saying? Like the X-Men are from like what, the 60s or the 70s. They're just like these perfect people from the 60s. Like Scott Summers, like this perfect dude from like the 60s. But the New Mutant are literally like these kids. Like they're always kids. Like they're never that old. They're always like kids or teenagers, and they're just like their life's full of trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like I think one of the names Sunspot or something, and like I think one of his parents get killed, and his dad's like rich, and like he doesn't really care. He's like he's not really there. You have Magic, which is Colossus's sister, and she like gets abducted by like some demon lord. She ends up in like limbo, and then she's a mutant, but she also gets these demon powers. Like she's like a witch. All these traumatic things. You know, the X-Men aren't that traumatic, and a lot of times they come back from it. But it's like the traumas define the New Mutants. Like so, like I read that. I just finished reading a newer series that was about Blade's daughter, where she's like a quarter vampire. And you know, you can tell in the writing and the art style that like they are going for more modern thing, like Kamala Khan, like Miles Morales. Like a lot of those are more modern twist. And I think they're fine when you read them, but in hindsight, it's like this isn't worth like connecting to. You know what I'm saying. But I read that. I'm gonna probably later tonight fish around for some Punisher comics to read. And usually I'll search for a series, right? Like I'll read this new Batman that's launching in like 2016, like Batman, like New 52, and then that'll run for a couple of years, or it'll run for 20 issues, and I'll read it in that way. And then a lot of times through reading all these series, you'll run into like an arc, like Avengers versus X-Men, or like stuff like that, like Civil War, and that'll go between different series. All right, so like I think I like Marvel as a whole so much more. Like it's not even comparable. Is there a chance I can fit this 76 kilogram thing? If I can fit that, I'll be fine. No, I'm not even gonna mess around going to the Craftsman. Okay, so now we're gonna go all the way to the engineer. Then we're gonna go back. There's like a big mission coming up. Where we got all the areas, all the areas in this area, all the areas in this area. All the settlements, all the little cities connected to the network. So there's a big mission that comes after that. We're like, we're about to maybe travel to a new location or an old location. But like I said earlier, like, Shin Megami does show you to be a gentleman, and it's like, just from that, me not actually trying to be a gentleman, and like I said, creating this imaginary gentleman, following it around, I'm able to kind of learn way more. It's like if you go to school and you're like this, teacher's pet, like best student in the world, people who are looking at you, who aren't you, can learn so much more than you can ever learn. Like they can literally live whatever life they want to live and learn. And that's what really school's really about, learning. It's not about having a moral thingy or this or that. Like it's really just learning. So it's like you thinking that you're going to be in the right in school, and then like that's your life. Like someone who's looking at you from the outside can learn way more. So this streaming like creating this gentleman, not being that gentleman. Like I could just be like, my eyes could just be like beady. I have like a big suit on. I'm like 8 feet tall. I'm like the perfect creature, but I can't learn anything from that perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just got hit in football. I have like CT. Like your brain just shuts off. It's hard to live and learn. You know, you have to be able to look at something that maybe isn't living, like a rock or like the water, and learn something. So like learning about the gentleman, it's like it allows me to fix my posture. Okay, allows me to take a crummy mud creature and turn it into something decent. Not gentleman, not perfect, but you know. So for me, it's like most people who are streamers would have this, especially big ones, they'd have this like protection around them where people are going to talk about them but not just throw like a tomahawk at their chest. And it's like that right there, that requires respect, that requires gentleman levelness that people aren't going to be. So the gentleman absorbs it. It's like the kid in school who's like the greatest kid ever when it comes to school. It's like he's absorbing everything people aren't. He is what people aren't. People aren't going to be a gentleman. The gentleman that streams is. So it's like you need to learn. You either learn or you just are someone people don't learn from, right? Or you become a bad lesson. So for streaming, it's like if you're a gentleman, you aren't obnoxious. You aren't oblivious. You know, you're not like this cowboy who people think is like a misogynist or doesn't get it. You're a gentleman, right? And if you're one of the new things, you don't rip your underwear off and try to marry it. You're a gentleman. You say, okay, the kid's like this. The young kids, you're a gentleman. Okay, the kid's like this. Okay, cool. Like, that's cool. Or like, you know, there's a new car out, like, cool. Not just like some savage animal. So it's like most people would have to be in that analogy. Like if you think about school, if you're not the greatest kid in school, you're like the worst kid in school. Like you're like a dumb person, right? You're like a troublemaker. So it's like you need to learn from that, you know what I'm saying? And learning from the streaming gentleman that basically I made up. You could leave streaming. You can go outside and learn anything. You can go outside and do anything because you don't have to balance that existence. You don't have to maintain that existence. All right, so let's see where we go here. All right, so this gentleman can be older, he can be younger. He's a gentleman, you know. It's like an ability. And I'm just learning from him. I'm not existing as the gentleman when I'm streaming. I'm not existing as the greatest student ever in school. I'm learning from them, and I'm also learning. You got to go to school and learn anyway, so it's like I'm learning. I'm taking all that in. Like a lot of times, like watching something that can only travel in a straight line and seeing how it does it, see how effective and proficient it had to become in its existence, and being able to run around it. You know, run around. It's kind of like if like an alien was just watching you. Like he doesn't have a job. He just is watching you through your window, and it's like he's watching you walk in a straight line. Like you're gonna go do this. Like you live in society, you're gonna do this, that. It's like he can just drive around in circles. You know, he can ride around in circles in a spaceship. So it's like having that ability is great. So like a lot of the stuff you get into as a streamer, it's like nachos without any of the legacy of nachos or the flavors. Just like this is gonna be a mess. That's really what it is, right? So it's like just learning from the gentleman. It's like, why would I get involved with that? You know what I'm saying? Why would I want to go that deep, right? So it's like If you were in school and you learned from the best student, you know, you can go and do something else with your life still and learn all that stuff as well. So for streaming, it's like, this isn't the end all be all. This isn't taken seriously. This isn't, there's so many things, but it's like, it affects people, right? Like someone might stream and they'd be like, they don't like that people keep bullying them. It affects people, so it's like, not having to stay with that effect, not having to exist and balance. It's like balancing like a bucket of lava, but all it does is affect you. It doesn't really serve any purpose.
No one's starving. Not yet, but a sense of unease is spreading across the city. We need you to bring them as much as you can of whatever you can. Food, oxytocin, the essentials. You'll also be carrying seeds, earthworm and insect protein paste, organic chemicals, and anti-BT weapons laced with your blood. None of which can be sent via a Cairo printer. A delivery will remind the citizens they're connected to the rest of the country. It will give them hope. And if you can get them connected to the Cairo network, all the better. Something's been nagging at you, though. Fragile checked in a little while ago, saying that due to some instability with the beach, she was having trouble making jumps. Until things settle down, she won't be able to help you out. Fragile's at the distro center south of Lake Nod if you want to hear the rest of the story. I marked the location on your map. Be sure to take a look. By the way, chiral density appears to be increasing across the board. We're currently looking into what kind of impact this might have on Cuban functionality. No need for you to worry about all that, though. Just keep on doing what you do best, huh?
Reverse strike transporter. Oh, that umbrella's the fragile fast travel. Okay.
Unable to process order. Unable to process order. Please stand by until the problem can be rectified.
Oh, hi. Sam, Bridges, I presume? Sorry about that. The system seems to be on fritz. One of the packages wasn't processed properly and got left out of the order. It says here the client is Fragile herself. Someone double-tagged it so the system couldn't tell whether it's for Fragile Express or Bridges. Anywho, really sorry for the holdup, and, careful. The contents are fragile. Yes, okay.
Thermonuclear weapon, bro. That's really funny. They had to bring your attention to that it was a nuclear weapon. That's interesting because Fragile had to nuke one of these cities, and we're about to go to a city. So it's like, are we gonna be forced to bomb a city with a bunch of
Your work is greatly appreciated.
So while learning from this gentleman, you know, you can move from that. You don't have to exist there. You know, you don't have to maintain that existence. You can go learn from something else. You can go do something else. But for me, I'd say, well, I could learn from like the best student in school, and that could make you like a big student where people aren't willing to learn. You really are doing school stuff. You know what I'm saying, and that's really what it'll come down to, where people who are gentlemen streaming or the biggest student are willing to do that, are willing to be there, are willing to give up parts of their life. And it's not really a debate. It's not like a decision. It's already happened.
Our little secret. I got my hands on something special. La dame on traché con. I might make a test on when you open. A toast to Lisa. And to you. Not bad.
Let's check out this cargo trike.
Have a pleasant journey. Storing vehicle. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Name's Sam.
Good morning, Sam. Keep on keeping on. Weapons restrictions lifted. Have a pleasant journey.
I had to make sure I have one of those floating carriers just in case I can't drive my bike any further. know, if they were smart, if they made all this floating technology, I guess they are pretty smart in this game, but they build floating cities and just throw dead bodies off the side. But I'm sure that would eventually be like, well, someone just die, no one would see them die. But I'm pretty sure right now they're keeping a very close watch on people who are alive, so they already have that down. They already know who's gonna die and who's dead. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if they had floating cities, they'd be immune to this type of stuff. But I'm sure it would make for a good game. We're like, we need to get rid of the BTs, we need to find out what's going on here. I built all these roads. I built most of these roads. I built all but maybe one or two. And then a lot of them were already filled up. But I built when it comes to roads in my save, at least 60 or 70% of the roads and resources. Which, like, I don't think that's... I think it's kind of strange. I feel like more people should have already built roads. I don't know how that process works, how much they're going to give you, how much they're going to withhold when it comes to the shared building. Like, maybe... Let's say that there's 10 contributors. Alright, let's look at this guy. Look, this guy's Pint. Let's say Pint is one of the 10 big contributors. He builds generators, he builds roads, but then like 90 other people aren't. So the 10 contributors maybe get chopped up between, you know, there's only so many people in a lobby, you know, so many people in a group. It gets chopped up, so there's only so many big contributors, and they might be contributing on different things. Like, I might build roads, someone might build bridges, right? So like, it makes sense that because there's a limited amount of big contributors, big builders, you know, and there's only so many people in one server that you really won't have all the roads built for you.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridge sites. Verifying
Yeah, let's check out this. You know, how do we want to do this? I'm guessing we want to go off-road.
weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Weapons restrictions lifted.
I need to go back and meet Fragile. Looks like she's down in the distribution center. Would it be safe to ride a bike over to these spiral bridges or ladders? I haven't seen anyone say not to do it. Looks fine to me. That's a nice little bridge. Nice little bridge. Let's talk to Fragile, then we'll keep going.
Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Is Fragile gonna show up to us in our room?
Oh, hi. Sam, Bridges, I presume.
Another bit of foreshadowing, mayhaps?
Client is fragile herself. Careful. The contents are fragile.
Maybe her plan is to nuke these dudes like they nuked that city.
Higgs.
Sam, what's wrong?
Fragile. Son of a bitch, it was him.
What are you talking about?
The package I picked up for you, the one from Lake Knot.
Hold on. I wasn't expecting any package.
He said Fragile herself was the client. The system was down, so some Bridges delivery guy had to hand it over in person.
Who?
Look, the point is, it was Higgs.
Come on, I need to see it now.
The other day was a thermonuclear weapon. Is Roger gonna die by transporting this away and then getting blown up?
It's a nuke! Not again. That bastards can't do this to me again. The timer's already started. I can't stop it. We only have one option. Sam, we've got to get rid of it. Take it down to the crater next to South Knot. It's a tar pit, damn near bottomless. If we chuck it in there, we just might have a chance.
That's literally that was my prediction that this was an inside man.
All right, Sam.
But it actually ended up being true.
I've added the location of the crater lake to your map. Get the nuke there ASAP and dispose of it.
Crater Lake. How long do I have?
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Wish me luck. There's gonna be some BTs up ahead. I guarantee it. There's really not gonna be much of a challenge if they don't put BTs ahead of me. We have 18 minutes. I didn't even look at the timer. I was like, I'll be fine. No, you gotta go. Need to charge up our bike. It's almost full, but we need to make sure we're gonna be ready. Aren't there like BTs over in this area? No. Oh my god. I brought it back from the depths of hell. Again. I'm gonna revert back. Hopefully they get me dropping off the nuke.
Beginning scan.
Okay, yeah.
Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Weapons restrictions lifted.
We need to follow the bridges so we can cross over everything we need to cross over. Looks like they're SOL. You have to get lucky with this one. Please do not get my vehicle short. Aren't there BTs here? Where are the BTs at, bro? They need to bring them on. I'm ready for them. You know what probably is gonna happen? They're gonna like bomb. They're gonna steal the bomb from us. That's why there maybe wasn't a like BTs or anything. Like there's really no challenge because one of the terrorists are gonna show up and steal the bomb from us. Or Fragile's still a terrorist. She's gonna bomb us. She's gonna steal the bomb. And he's like, she wanted us to see it or something. I thought this looks like water.
Sam, you're at the lake, aren't you? Hurry up and get rid of that goddamn nuke.
What? We just throw it into the lake? He's probably gonna show up. He's gonna be like, what are you doing? Takes.
Jesus, that was close. You saved the city and everyone in it. I love a lot more than I ever did.
Maybe there's no way of saving Middle Knot. But South Knot's still here. Because of me. And you. What happened to you?
By the time I realized what Higgs was planning, the nuke was already at the city gates. I followed the delivery truck and somehow managed to carry the bomb to safety. But Higgs had been on to me from the start. He caught me red-handed outside the gates, nuke still cradled in my arms like a child. So, as punishment, he strips me down to nothing. And then he makes it rain.
Listen up, Fragile. I got a proposition for you. Do you want to live out your days as damaged goods? Or would you rather take damage for the goods?
Get to the point.
Alright. If all you want is to save yourself, you just have to jump. However, if you want to see this altruistic streak of yours through, then you'll have to carry my nuke to the bottomless pit and toss it in. Oh, sure, you'll be the city's savior. But you will have to walk naked through Timefall to do it. Trade a lot of your time for a little bit of the city's? Hell, seems like a fair exchange to me.
You see, the truth is, I don't much care for my face. That's why I hide it. Oh, but you... Ooh, you just love yours, don't you? I bet Daddy was real proud. Oh. Don't worry. I won't mess it up. See, I want your face to be a kind of testament.
Why did you do it? Why did you betray me?
Because I found someone who completes me. Someone who doesn't need me to wear a mask. Oh. Word to the wise. Even if you do save South Knot, you'll always be the nut job who blew up Middle Knot. Oh, and that pretty face of yours will always be remembered as the face of a terrorist. They'll never stop hunting you. Believe me, I know. Well, they can slap a sticker on you, but you're still gonna break in transit. Oh. So, what's it gonna be? Hmm?
I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy.
Well, good luck with that.
I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy. I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy. Because I'm fragile. But I'm not that fragile.
Dear God.
Well, there it is.
That's the most like wholesome, messed up thing I've seen in a game. Where it's not just like gory.
He did the right thing. This belongs to you.
I'm no hero, Sam. That choice I made, I've regretted it ever since. All I had to do was jump, and I could have saved myself.
But instead, you saved a city. More than that, you gave people hope.
Well, now there's only one person left for me to save. I'm gonna make Heats regret he ever crossed me.
By killing him?
Can't. He's way more powerful now than he was before. But you could take him. You could. But promise me. Promise me you'll leave him alive. There's something I want to ask him to his face.
I didn't think you were capable of torture.
Am now. And I want to know why he betrayed me. Do you want it? Sam. Don't forget about the supply run to South Knot City.
Outstanding, Sam. Now let's get your cargo to South Knot City and put those people on the network.
I didn't realize that, but the lights on your bike go from blue to yellow based off the battery. This has 75,000, almost 76,000 people. Had I'm sure they took that public reason. Had Fragile not sacrificed herself, that definitely would have been, all these people would have been gone. This is a battery. That's pretty cool.
Feels like a dream almost. If it's not a dream, then yeah, we want to be part of it. I don't think we could have survived without outside assistance. The chiral network could make a huge dip. It could help us. You've given us a gift more precious. When we lost Middle Knot City, it felt like there'd be no end to the violence. I woke up every day thinking it might be our last. Yet, here we are. By the grace... Yeah. Let's just say I don't believe in miracles and luck. Hell no. I believe in people. And it was people that saved us. Just like you did today. Now it's our turn to pick up the pieces and do the same for others. I'm sorry. I gotta get this to everyone. We really appreciate it.
Good work, Sam. I'll see that your supplies are ready and waiting. Suppose I don't need to tell you to take care when you come fetch them.
Why would I use this? Wouldn't like the enemies straight up explode if I use these weapons? Why are they giving me actual weapons? I guess I was talking like robots or mechs.
You've saved South Knot City and brought our people even closer together. You're halfway there. Halfway to making us whole again. Listen, there's something I need to tell you.
Sam, Amelie's connection just dropped. We've been routing her calls through the old system. Must be a problem with the lines. I'll look into it. Let's just hope it's nothing more serious.
Sam, I'm detecting a chiral spike. Right in your vicinity. These numbers are off the charts. This might explain the sudden service interruption.
Whatever's causing it could pose a threat to the Knot cities. Get out there and investigate.
I probably should bring my gun. Probably should bring my guns. There's no way they would give me these guns and then it'd be like, you're not gonna need these.
Use of weapons is prohibited.
Let's go see what's going on out here.
Have a pleasant journey.
Keep on keeping on.
There's definitely Metal Gear Solid, like, inspiration. But, like, you know, these guys made Metal Gear Solid. What the hell is even going on, though? So the goal is to escape the war zone. I have no clue how that's gonna happen. How am I supposed to predict these missile drops? I'm coolin'. He's got whacked away with a plane. I never heard anyone talk about this part of the game. What type of shit is this? This looks like a mod. World War II mod. This guy's one of those external nut jobs where you don't need to really dig too deep to see why he's a complete nut job. He's like hanging out in a combat zone, basically, I would assume operating the whole thing.
Who is that asshole anyway?
Okay, they're gonna give you a, they're gonna give you an assault rifle anyway. If you didn't bring one, they'll give you one. This guy's a whack job. Who needs to get rid of this dude?
We need reinforcements. Get back out there.
Is this VB's dad? He's just like a psychopath? That's not good. This seems like his dad. I don't know.
Looks like someone with cargo.
Alright. Alright, okay. I think I'm gonna go for now. I'm probably gonna go read some comics and come back, play some Starfield. What can we get rid of? We probably don't need all these grenades. There's no,
Who is that asshole anyway?
there's no reason for me to use any of these grenades. There's no BTs. I was wondering if they were gonna have guns, or this is how they would give you guns. So like you don't have to, you know, blow up your world by shooting people with guns. You get to go in a contained world. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll be back later to play Starfield.
Where am I?
All right.